Well, first question I'm going to ask is where are you from, miss?
I'm actually from Baltimore, Maryland, but I'm living in Fort Worth for work.
Okay. So how long you been out here for?
A year and a half.
What is it like living in Baltimore? I've never been there. Never been to the East
Well,
Coast.
it's a city, an inner city, so very urban. Um, I mean, it has its own challenges because you have crime and so forth, but I personally love it. I love Baltimore. I love the city. I love the people. So
Okay. What has been your first impression about Texas so far?
so I came down to Texas 2 years ago. I started in Dallas. I was in Dallas for 3 months doing work. It was June 2020, so during COVID. And loved it, loved the area. Went back to Maryland and then came down to Fort Worth last February and absolutely fell in love with Fort Worth. It is the people are so kind here. I met a group of individuals. My very first night here, I went to out to dinner, and these group of girls invited me over, and I became great friends with them. Everyone's been so friendly and kind, and I can't say enough about Fort Worth.
What line of work are you in?
I am directing operations for a wellness and fitness company.
Okay. Married, kids?
Currently married. I have two kids, 16 and 20 years old.
Okay. Okay. Where'd you meet your husband at?
I met my husband in Norfolk, Virginia. He was in the Navy, and I met him in a bar.
Did he come up to you first, or did you come up to him?
No, my friend wanted to introduce me to a guy that she was interested in, and wanted to get my thoughts on him. And when I met him, I was like, "There's no way the two of you are compatible." And my husband and I were not compatible either. So it was interesting to say the least.
Okay, so this is a question I've been asking people for like the past couple weeks. It's interesting that you're married. I've had a couple married couples say it, which is cool, because dating is really hard right now. But if you don't want to answer, it's fine, but it just helps a lot. People like to know when, in the courting of the relationships, when did sex happen? Like, how far into it did it happen?
So, my husband and I don't have a traditional marriage, so there was no courting or anything.
So you were friends beforehand?
Nope. I met him. We went out, and 2 days later, 9/11 happened. And so he went off and did his thing, and we dated for a little bit. And I was always told I couldn't have kids or anything. We dated for about 4 months, and we just weren't really compatible, so we broke up. And then a month and a half later, I found out I was pregnant.
Wait, so okay, so when did that happen? Like, I'm just asking a time frame,
No,
like how long
so,
into that's the only thing I was
yeah, I
wondering.
mean, the crazy thing is that's what I'm saying. Like, there was no courting or anything like that. I mean, we were probably together for, I don't know, a couple weeks.
Well, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
a couple. I've had like
It's all
people
good.
tell me years and
No,
stuff
it
like
was a
that.
couple weeks.
What was I gonna ask? Maybe were you ever in the dating scene before your husband?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so where has been the furthest? I don't. The question's been different for girls and guys, because girls are like, obviously if you're the cute one, you don't go nowhere. But has there been where's the furthest you've driven for a man? What's the, I guess, were you like, oh, he's so hot,
Actually, I was in college and I drove from Pennsylvania to Colorado. Got in the car and drove 24 hours straight.
or to go meet a guy?
Not me, well, to go meet him. I mean, I knew him, but yes, I went out there to see him for a weekend.
You drove? Okay, damn.
I drove out.
I mean, I know it's probably a guy you liked already.
Yep.
You drove? Okay, cool.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
I got in the car, drove out 24 hours, got there Friday. Spent Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday morning got in the car and drove back to get to my 8 o'clock class Monday morning.
Okay, and this will be the last question about sex, and then we'll move on. Okay, I just like the juicier questions that people are like, oh, people say that, but where has been maybe if you've never had any, or where's been the randomest place you've ever been? I guess you did that. Pretty much.
I'm the most vanilla person in the universe.
You said what?
The most vanilla person in the universe. Like I honestly, I've never had anything
Outside the bedroom?
correct.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, just the bedroom. Okay. All right. So now, in your opinion, what would be the first step, or what would your first step to be to make the world a better place?
Honestly, it's kindness. I mean, getting need people to understand that everyone has an opinion. It doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, but I think a lot of people look at people's opinions and stuff and they take it personally. And I think that people have different perspectives given where they've grown up, how they've been raised, and so forth. And I think people need to be a little bit more open and understanding of individuals, where they've come from, their experience, and so forth, before placing judgment or blame or so forth, and just being a little bit more kind. I think people are very quick to react. And I mean, I fostered many kids. I was a foster parent for a really long time, and that was one thing that I learned, seeing people come from different backgrounds and so forth, and other foster parents immediately saying, "Oh, those are such bad parents, and they shouldn't even have kids." And it's like, no, that's not how it is. So, I mean, honestly, just trying to instill something of kindness and generosity in that aspect.
What has been, if you can remember, what has been like the greatest advice somebody's ever given you, or a quote you've seen or something like that?
Well, actually, it was my dad. My dad told me to, be kind and do things for others, and never ever expect anything in return. Only hope that they appreciate it.
If you had to only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would that meal be?
Pizza, because you can change the toppings and change different things and change it up. But pizza.
What temperature do you keep your thermostat on at home?
68.
Okay. See, that interesting one. Somebody had said with the food one, they're like tacos, because you can just change it up, like chicken, beef, stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, if you were to be turned into an animal tomorrow, and for the rest of your life, what animal would you want to be?
Golden retriever.
Okay. Well,
It was the most loyal dog I ever had. He was so kind, so nice, so gentle, so loving, and never, just a great dog. Never aggressive or anything.
and this is the one I seen on Twitter today that I added to a lot of people talking to, just to see what they can say. I've only had guys answer it, because I've only had guys to talk to say it's far. The question being, it says, if you were stuck in a room with everybody you had been with sexually, what would you do?
I'm actually best friends with all of them. Almost.
Oh.
Very close friends. I've never had one bad breakup, but most of my breakups have been very, awesome, and I'm actually really good friends with all of them still. So I'd be hanging out, I don't know, playing pool, playing video games. I don't know.
Okay, what advice? You said wellness, fitness director.
Yep.
I guess what advice would you give to anybody who's trying to get into the similar role that you're in?
Well, you have to be passionate about helping others. That's the thing. In my industry and in my field, people get into it because they want to help people. They want to change their lives. They want to show them how they can live a healthy, long, healthy life, and be able to function just doing daily activities. So you have to have a passion for helping others.
What is what's one thing your husband has brought out in you that you really enjoy?
Oh, the irony of you asking me this question. To accept people for who they are. But to understand that people won't change, and you either accept people for who they are or you don't. But if you don't accept them for who they are, you cannot expect them to become the person that you need them to be.
Okay. Okay, this one. Would you rather live one life, but it's 1,000 years long, or would you rather live 10 lives and they're all 100 years apiece?
Oh, they're all what?
100 years apiece.
10 lives. Because you get to experience things differently. I understand the advice and the knowledge, but I love to live life. And I can live 10 different lives. Oh my God, it'd be amazing.
Okay. In your perception so far, this is one I've been asking all week. What percentage of guys do you think cheat in a long distance relationship?
Oh. Alright, God, I honestly, 67%.
67%?
Yeah, the divorce rate's 50%, so it's gotta be a little higher than that.
The what's what?
The divorce rate's 50%.
Oh, okay.
So you got guys living far away? Oh, yeah.
What about women? What percentage you give it to women?
See, that's where it's I don't know. It all depends on how the relationship is.
If you were to guess.
I would say, honestly, either way. I'd say
45%? That one, I actually have a thing where I probably ask like 30 people. The guys tend to be way on the higher end. It just, you know.
Well, here's the thing. So guys, when a attractive female or shows guys attention, I'm friends. Most of my guys are friends, so I know when they show a guy attention, they're like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's something weird with guys. Like, I don't know if it's self-esteem or what. They gravitate to women that like show them attention and they're beautiful and so forth. And it's like kind of like the what ifs. Women who are with a guy that makes them feel so good and so confident and so forth. When other guys show them attention, they're like they know what they have. Now, it's not to say that women don't do the exact same thing as you have, but I just, from my experience with my guy friends, like anytime we're out and an attractive woman shows them attention, they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "You're married. What are you doing?" So I don't really say that to my female friends. They're like, "Oh, hey, I'm married, but yeah."
The guy friends are.
My guy friends every time are like, "Hey, chat her up," and I'm like, "You are married." But
They be acting so single. You know what's funny? Is I have some like, it's funny a lot of times. Like a lot of my guy friends who are taken, they act so freaking single. And then a lot of my single friends, they act like they're taken, like they don't do anything. Like why are you acting like you don't want to go out or do nothing? Like you just stay indoors, like if you're taken or something like that. Why is it swapped? Like,
I don't know.
but thank you very much, Jennifer.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you for
Thank
talking.
you.